Hello, it's that time again. Sorry the focus keeps jumping. I'll explain the issues in a moment. In the meantime, I am Troy A, Shadowing Tronics, once again taking part in Art Soundoff, although this year it seems to be unofficial. I have been really out of the loop this year. My longtime readers know, well, run through the basics. Really sick in February, March, and April. Don't know from what. Hernia surgery in June, and I'm going to have a kidney stone removed in September. I won't go into all the details. Some of it's kind of gross, and I think I've already talked about it in other vlogs. If you're really that interested, it's still getting pushed into the red. The end result is basically, sorry, I see this thing shooting into the red, and it makes me nervous. So, slide it. So let's see how that does. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. I wish I'd had more time to test, but that's kind of been a problem. Like I said, I'll get to that. I just want to note this is kind of an unofficial art sound off this year. Like I said, I haven't been able to really keep up with much of anything, so I think Jersey did a special February edition of Art Sound Off, and I don't know what he and Jersey Joe. Yeah, that's not the name I thought I'd screw up. Jersey Drozd and Rob Stenzinger. That's the name I thought I was going to screw up. Anyway, I don't know what they're up to lately. They haven't done a Lineage to Artcast in a while, so I don't know what they're doing as far as Art Sound Off this year, if they're even doing anything. I know Rob's been busy on his new game, sequel to his game Guitar Fretter. Jersey, I think, has some work that he's been doing. I'm not exactly sure what. Like I said, I've been really out of the loop. So there was no official Art Sound Off announcement for this year, but I've done Art Sound Off in November the past few years. I figured I might as well do it again this year, partly because with all the stuff that I mentioned earlier, I could use something normal in this year. 2021 has been a terrible year for me, and so I wanted to take part in this year, and hopefully the end result would be something interesting and might get me start creating, because that probably and I am sorry that the Zoom's going to keep doing that. What the heck is this thing over here? It's the wall. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can. I was hoping to have everything all set up this year for Art Sound Off. All the technical issues, getting all the software and stuff. I have had technical issues every past couple years. I try to do Art Sound Off because my webcam had to go and on me. This one right here, as a matter of fact, I have bad luck with Logitech. But end result is that this year I am just using an old cell phone as my webcam. I've got it running through OBS. And I wanted to try a bunch of cool things. I thought would be good to get things ready. Let me open something up here. Show you something I'm going to do this year. Great, now my sinuses are acting up. See, I've just had nothing but medical issues and technical issues, and it has been something of a royal pain. And I was going into 2021 and was like, I'm going to finish the Captain Yuletide production book. I'm going to do Ninja Ballerina. I'm going to work on some other project. Try to get set up to sort of my dream project, a series that has been going through my head for so very long. And I thought I would finally be able to make that happen. And then, as I just mentioned, I've been sick so much this year that I've got a huge YouTube backlog. I haven't had the energy to do much of anything. I've missed months' worth of articles. my comic strip Jake and Leon, which hit 500 strips a couple weeks ago. No, let's see, I just made 507, so it would have to be 7 weeks ago. So it'll be sometime last month. Finally reached strip number 500, which was an amazing milestone for me. That I stuck with it that long. So I really wanted to be more creative than that, and it annoys me that I failed to do so. So, hopefully 2022 will be what I wanted 2021 to be. We'll have to see what happens there. I'm probably not going to have a Captain Yuletide this year. Maybe I'll try to get in a video review of a Christmas special. I've got a couple ideas there. But it's just kind of annoying. And I've spoken in previous art sound-offs how sometimes you're forced to take time off because of some medical issue. And I've been on my mind since 2016 when I had the major surgeries and everything. Every time I move my hand into the screen, that everything, I mean, the thing's right. See, these are the things I was hoping to have fixed, but I was trying to set things up on Saturday, and I had all kinds of technical issues getting things prepared, and that's just kind of where I've been. So, I just blew my train of thought. So I want to try to get myself creative. I want to probably be doing more experimenting during art sound off than I had planned to this year. Trying to get things set up. One thing I would really like to do, and one of the reasons I'm recording this through OBS, I'm just doing it through the phone directly. I want to try and show up. One of the technical issues that I've had in this year is trying to show off like the stuff that I do with creating comics. Here's Clip Studio Paint, and I've really been wanting to show that off, and I've had all kinds of technical issues with that in the past. So my goal, this way. My goal this year is to finally do that. I've got OBS set up on the art computer, where I usually do all my drawing stuff, and I want to see if I can get everything running on there. Make it easier for me to show off some of my comic techniques and skills, and some of my favorite tools and stuff that I've picked up over the years. So I'd like to be able to do that, and so that was one of the technical things I've been trying to set up. I'd like to get rid of this. You can't see it because I don't think you can see it. You can't see my screen, but I've got a lot of this border around me. I was hoping to find a way to get rid of that, and that is probably the source of a lot of my trouble. I've also want to practice the way to switch scenes without having to look at OBS. That way I could just look at Clip Studio Paint and do what I'm going to do there. And all the stuff I want to set up. Stuff that hopefully will be useful for future projects. Let me switch back here. Stuff that I hope will be useful for future projects. Stuff I was kind of hoping to have operating already. And it's just been it's just been really frustrating this year, and so we'll see what comes of that. So of course I'll still bring in what I usually bring in Art Sound Off, discussing storytelling, not just from the drawing perspective, which is where most of Art Sound Off participants come from. They come from drawing and doing that side of the art. But because this is started by a bunch of comic creators, I kind of want to approach also the storytelling side So a lot of my art sound offs are also going to be talking about the writing side as well as the drawing side. I don't know if anybody else is participating this year. Like I said, this is kind of unofficial because there was no official announcement. Jersey and Rob have been busy. So we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully before this is over, I'll have everything all straightened out and figured out, and I can bring you some good art sound offs. So we'll see what happens there. And in the meantime, if you're curious if anyone else is taking part in art sound off, I'm curious. You can go to Twitter. Art sound off participants usually use the hashtag art sound off when promoting their art sound offs. If you want to find out more about what art sound off is and maybe you'd like to take part, it's pretty easy. You don't even have to post it. I'm going to be posting Monday through Friday throughout November. You can do it once. You can do it and never put it online. It's basically just a way to kind of wrap your thoughts around comic creation and your own workday and your own talent. So it's basically, there's no script. It's not put together. Most people do it like a podcast. I don't have audio hosting source, so it's just easier for me to do it through YouTube. So you can do it through YouTube. You could not do it through YouTube. It's all up to you. But let me know if you're taking part, because usually during the official art sound offs, when someone took part, I would post their first art sound off in a special article. So if other people take part in art sound off, this is a chance to get a little extra promotion by a site read by about 100 people. That's something. And if you'd like to see that website, it's bwspotlight.com. So we'll see if it's just going to be me doing this year, or if other people are going to take part and what they'll talk about. This is just more of an introductory video that I could do every year. The rest of the stuff we'll be talking about storytelling, drawing, my own art thoughts. Don't worry, it's not, it's general storytelling. It's not commentary. I'm not going to be talking about the other people and getting into a lot of the drama and discussion. It's just basically about discussing storytelling and my approach to it and what I happen to be thinking about that day. So hopefully if there aren't any more technical issues, I will see you tomorrow for the next art sound off. And until that time, I wish you, as I will do at the end of art sound off videos, wish you happy creating.